everybody, and welcome back to New Strength Sugar Babes. Today we've got a sugar babe, Bec Richardson. She's from Tasmania. She's got two young boys. She works full time, and she's been in the program since October last year. So God, what is it now? July. She's got that coming up. You'll be coming up your bloody 12-month anniversary soon.
I know, crazy.
Crazy. And we were just talking about Bec's from a bit of a keto background. But anyway, tell the viewers, you know, why you joined the program. So what were the issues that you were having and how they're affecting your life? I'm just going to sip on my sugary chocolate milk here, everyone.
Cool. So I was just saying to Kitty, about June last year, I went on a trip to the US with my partner for 4 weeks. And I had recently lost a lot of weight, and I was down to about 53, but sort of gradually creeping a little bit. I was on keto, smoking, just to try and not get stressed about the lack of food I could eat. Anyway, so we're going to the US, and I'm like, okay, I'm just looking up all these recipes for just to eat meat and cheese. Thinking, where the hell are we going to eat? I don't drink because I'd quit drinking a year before, and I was like, this is just going to suck. Anyway, so while I was over there, I guess I was sort of, and that's the thing too, I guess when you're eating crap like that and then you just have a taste of carbs, you end up binging on it. So I'm sort of on that kind of cycle as well, I guess. And basically, from teenage years onwards, I've just always struggled with, trying to lose weight and comforting with carbs and alcohol and stuff like that. And then you'd lose it all again, but then each time you would lose it, you'd lose a bit of muscle. So I'd get down to 53 kilos and I just feel all flabby and my bum sort of just pathetic, just kind of over the years, it just didn't have the same feel when you'd lose the weight. So I sort of just always knew that the muscle thing was something that was lacking, just wanting to get a bit more shape, I guess. And then, anyway, so when I was in the US, I discovered Kitty's 30-day program, and I started eating that way while I was over there, and it was just the most exciting thing, drinking milk. Ridiculous. And juice. Milk is the best, isn't it? I hadn't drank it for years.
Oh, it's so good. It's so delicious.
Yeah, ridiculous.
Oh, wow. And how old are you?
38.
38. Okay, so you're one of the younger women. Similar age to me, I'm 39. And what other diets have you done apart from keto?
So I did, the guy who wrote the 4-hour work week and 4-hour body. So he was all high protein and beans and stuff like that. That did all right, and I was doing sort of kettlebells. That was just after I had my boys, back when they were really little. And that worked well, but I was smoking at the same time and drinking as well. So you could kind of you could sacrifice your food a bit if you had other stuff you were using as comfort. So I'd drink and smoke to take the edge off not being able to eat decent food, But then since quitting drinking and trying to quit smoking, the food, actually eating nourishing food, this is probably the easiest time to quit smoking this time since the US and since eating this way, because I was just a lot calmer. I think because I was actually feeding my body and not as estrogen dominant, I suppose. I went off the pill and stuff. It was the easiest time I've ever quit smoking, and I don't even think about it anymore. Whereas other times I'd quit and I'd still kind of be a little bit sad that I couldn't smoke. But this time, so much.
I smoked too when I was younger too, when I was doing all drinking, and you just not drinking because your blood sugar's so low, you're starving yourself all the time.
Yeah.
What about, because a lot of women come in, obviously they've tried all the diets. Some haven't, but that's the minority. What about, sleep, digestion, mood, any hormonal imbalances? Did you have any issues with any of those things coming into the program?
So I think sleep's always been fine, and moods and stuff. Well, I guess I probably didn't even realise I was a little bit anxious and, until I started eating properly and just realised how calm you could actually be. And just so much generally just happier. But I guess digestion's always been a bit of an issue since, I guess drinking and smoking would always help me go to the bathroom, which would help me sort of lose weight previously. But then whenever I quit drinking or smoking, I'd get really backed up and, not good. But it's probably only the last month that my digestion's gotten really good. And I reckon it's because of new gel. I've started really taking that the last month.
Premium collagen now. It's now, we just rebranded it,
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah.
That has made a massive difference. I just have that in, like I have like 4 really milky coffees through the day, and I have a big like tablespoon in each one. Since doing that, my digestion's been like incredible.
It is really good. It's good for your gut. Yeah, that's amazing. Oh, that's so good. Okay, all right. Well, let's talk about the results that you've seen since being in the program.
Yep. So do you mean like stats kind of thing?
Yeah, talk about everything. So how your body's changed and all the and all your subjective measures that we talk about.
Yep. Okay. Yeah. So in the last year, since like the US trip and discovering Kitty's 30-day program, then I did Buff in October and bought myself a home gym in November and started the VIP program from then. So at that time, June last year, I was 56 kilos and now I'm 66. So I've actually gained 10 kilos, but my clothes are still the same. So it's obvious that I'm, putting
crazy.
muscle on.
You put on a certain amount of muscle. It's insane.
10 kilos. Any other time I've been 66 kilos, I've been huge. So,
Your clothes still fit.
Yeah. They're a little bit snug. My bottom's filling up the back end a bit better. So that's
that's like the perfect body recomposition. So like you put on muscle and lost body fat. It's amazing.
Yeah. Although I still sort of feel like I've got a bit of a layer of body fat, but I've sort of, after reading all of the things and, watching all the interviews and stuff, I've realized that you sort of need to do that while you're building up to that muscle. You've got to sort of take on a little bit of fat, and because you're eating and nourishing, you need that energy to get the muscle. So I keep saying to myself, don't judge yourself until you've actually got to your goals. But oh, thanks. So like I'm just trying to not put pressure on myself till I hit those, those strength targets, which gradually getting closer to.
What about centimeters? Like, have you lost centimeters?
About the same.
Yeah. Isn't that amazing?
Yeah, it's probably like sometimes I'll go up a couple of centimeters and then I'll go down a couple, but very consistent. Yeah, from October. So it's just weird.
It's incredible. And how many calories are you eating now?
So just over 2,000.
Yeah, wow. God, you must be really restricting when you're doing keto.
Oh, yeah. And I was doing, what's it called? Intermittent fasting as well. So I wouldn't eat all day and then I'd just eat at dinner. And then like, if we went out for dinner, sometimes I'd just break the keto and be like, just give me the whole pizza. Like I just stuff myself, just craving carbs.
It's crazy though, isn't it?
We just torture ourselves. Yeah. Like, I just wish I'd found this years and years ago. Like, and I'm sure lots of women, have these issues from pretty much, straight out of high school. Like I was always really skinny through high school, but as soon as I hit, college age, I just started, comfort eating and drinking, partying and stuff. And it's just been a constant yo-yo ever since till now.
I think lots of women are the same. And have you ever done any lifting prior to the program?
No. I've done a bit of kettlebell, some kettlebells when my boys were little, but this was all brand new. And that was my goal in October when I joined Buff, was like, I just want to learn how to, lift and get the muscles. That's what's missing, like if I can get more muscles, it means I can eat more, So that was the driver.
And what, because there's a lot of women who want to do our program, but they're worried about doing it online because they're worried about learning how to lift online and the support and how they'll do an online program. So obviously you've never had any experience lifting. How have you found it?
Yeah, fantastic. Yeah, all the videos, amazing. Like if you've got a question, you can just sift back through all of Facebook or Slack and see if someone else has asked the question, and you can kind of, piece lots of that information together. But I mean, just the videos that you and Craig do, they're fantastic. It's, and then like someone actually watching your videos and correcting it along the way. Yeah, definitely. Like I can't believe how easy it has been. Yeah.
And how did you go? Obviously you just talked about when you joined the program, you get your own training channel and you upload your videos. How have you found implementing the feedback from the coaches?
Yeah, pretty good. Yeah, no dramas really. Like, you just keep plugging away at it. It's one of those things, you'll never be perfect. And you always say it in your videos too. No matter what level we're at, we're always going to be trying to improve. And that's just what it is, and that's just life now.
True. That's a perfect bloody attitude to have. Well done.
Yeah.
Just keep chipping away. That's so good. Okay, great. So you talked about your digestion. You must have heaps more energy.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, yep.
now that you're not bloody
bouncing out of bed. I get up so early in the mornings too. Like I never used to do that, and that's when my most productive. You know, like I start work really early, and yeah, I'm in bed by 10. Whereas I used to stay up all night. You know, getting really exhausted and just drinking wine and binging TV. But now I just get to bed really early and I wake up really fresh, and yeah, it's awesome.
Oh, that's so good. That's so good. And Bec, when women are looking at joining the program, we've talked about one of their concerns is the online. And you obviously talked about that. The next one is that they feel like I'm not going to have time to do this. And you work full time and you've got 2 boys. What would you say to that?
You can definitely just you can always find time to make yourself better and happier. Like I keep sort of thinking, like we only live once. All this COVID stuff is sort of a bit of a, reminder of all of that as well, and how precious life is. And, every day should be, the goal of what can I bring into today in my life to make me happier and my journey happier, and if your appearance and feeling good and all that stuff is important to you, why wouldn't you do it? And the thing is too, I'm feeding my whole family the same food. We literally just eat meat and potatoes for dinner, a different kind of meat each night. And, on the weekends we might, mix it up and do a couple of different things with it, maybe have a bit of rice or something like that. But the boys' lunch boxes and, it's all just become so easy now that we're all consistently eating the same foods. I know it's good for me. I know it's good for them. I know it's good for my partner. It actually makes your life a lot easier because you're not having to do a separate little weird meal for yourself, and jealous of all the food that they're eating because you give them the decent food, So,
I think the husbands really like it, and the kids are like, oh, thank God we don't have to just eat rabbit food anymore,
Yeah, there's no broccoli in this house anymore.
That's so funny. And what about money? So a lot of women, should I invest this money in myself? Do you feel that you have gotten value for the money that you paid for the program? Definitely.
If there's anything you want to spend money on, why wouldn't you do it on something like this that can, once you're happy and you're feeling good about yourself, it affects every area of your life, your parenting, your life at work, just how good you feel in the morning. Before I was spending money on alcohol, cigarettes, you'd spend your money on all different things over life, different sorts of groceries and, just aim it at something that's actually going to improve your life instead of all this other stuff that you're trying to do damage control and make yourself feel better because you're in a bad state already. Once you save money from all those things, it's really affordable. Yeah.
And finally, if a woman was sitting on the fence, what would you say? What would you say? What advice would you give to her?
Just friggin' do it, and that's one of the most amazing things I think that you keep saying is when people sort of say, when am I going to get there and how long is it going to take? It's not happening quick enough. You always say, well, what would you be doing differently if you weren't doing, once you learn this stuff, you can't go back. You're I'll never be able to eat that way again because I'll just know how stupid it is now, So just get on the train and just keep going, see where it takes you. It doesn't have to be a race. You've got the rest of your life to keep working at, those 1% increases each day. Don't overwhelm yourself all at once. I love overwhelming myself all at once. I'm sort of an all-in, get the most quickest progress kind of thing. But yeah, you really can just implement one thing each week, there's so much in it. Yeah.
That's really good advice.
Don't waste any more time, just friggin' do it. Yeah.
I can see why you're doing so well in the program. You've got a really good mindset about everything. Just chip away, shop every day, do 1%. Well done.
Yeah, well, the thing is, nothing ever happens without action. So just take a tiny little bit of action each day, and eventually it sort of snowballs. And, all of a sudden it's a year later and you've put 10 kilos on. Crazy.
10 good kilos, though, 10 good kilos.
I don't want to freak anyone out about that.
No, but you look so good, you look so well and healthy. And I think, like we talked about, there's women that come in I was like you, I needed to put on weight.
Heal yourself a bit. Yeah.
There's women who come in at 100 kilos and they obviously need to lose weight. They've got weight to lose. But I think it's a different journey for everyone.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
And I think for a lot of the women like us, it really is, you just can't be that body weight. You just starve yourself. It's unrealistic, totally.
And it's crazy because now, since sort of being in this mindset now for a year of what is a healthy female body and what does make me happy and what is important, I look at photos on Facebook of, skinny women now, and I just think it just doesn't look that good now, and I look at the, you see weightlifting sort of chicks on there, and I'm always looking for that kind of shape now, and really idolizing that healthy glow and the, you know, the buns and the really nice
Right.
shoulders. And I just think that's so much better. It looks healthy and
Like they're
that's the
nourished
real-
and they're eating.
yeah.
Yeah. You just know too, like look at the really lean fitness models, like I just know what they have to go through to get that, and I'm like, I just can't do it again. I can't do it. It's too
Yeah. Crazy, isn't it?
You can't do chocolate milk. Yeah, I'm like, we wouldn't be eating milk, we drink egg fudge and
Exactly.
oh,
Milk.
oh, that's so good. Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate you coming on and sharing that with everyone. If you're a woman and you're watching this, and you know you're ready to go all in, you can just click on the link below, and that has all the details of our amazing WinAtLife program, which Bec is in. So thank you so much, and I'll speak to you in the program.
Thank you.
Bye.